Is up, everybody? It's your boy Renounced, and I'm going over all the charts that we went over a couple days ago. I wanted to give it a couple days because everything was pretty much where it was yesterday. So let's go over some things. Hold on one sec. Just wanted to check in on y'all. Okay, I'm looking over some of these charts. Some of them are just playing out exactly as we predicted. We take a look at DORKL, and I'll circle back to this as well. But looks like DORKL is chilling right around these lines that we put it at, and it looks like it has really hit a nice support here. Like, this is the support. If I had to lay it out, that the support is around the 2.1 million market cap line. The community has really been forming well, and it's kind of a no-brainer at this point that that's the bottom, or for this next leg. The bottom here on this leg was obviously right here. And I had originally thought that maybe we would drop to this orange line, maybe at a, just like, okay, this is a nice support here. I thought maybe at most we would, but just to kind of visually put this out here, that was the bottom support. I thought maybe this was the next support for the second leg, but really we're starting to see that this is the real support here. Because it's been tested 3 times already, and that's really bullish in my opinion. I think it's gonna send to the next leg here very soon. And this is just a zoom out so you guys can see the whole chart as a whole. Obviously, if you were to really pin this really bullish, it doesn't look like much, or it looks microscopic. But in this grand scheme of things, when you have a supply like this, things can really squeeze. Things can squeeze. It doesn't look like much. People look at that like they zoom out very far and they'd be like, oh, it's dead. But when you kind of really break it down, like how we're breaking it down now, we're starting to see the beginning baby steps of something big. So we'll keep watch on that. Calcium has been playing out very similar to what we've expected. We did drop. Once you look at that, it hit the orange line as support, as we called. Okay, so look, guys, like I said, this is financial advice, but I know what the fuck I'm talking about. Okay, so it hit the orange line as we expected, and then we saw an increase, and we're going to see if this is going to hit the orange line again to retest, or if it's going to start breaking out from here. If we can see some good support here, then I'll start creating some more lines. But for now, I think that orange line is a magnet for them until they really garner some good support online. And they got to quit LARPing. They're LARPing about this contract deployer being the Shiba Inu deployer, but I'm about to show you guys right now that this is false. So they had a coin called Shiba Inu, but if you look at the actual deployer here, okay, OXC7D, okay, now remember that, OXC7D, or the last two is 2BF3, Shiba Inu, okay, OXB8. So to me, I think that they actually had a Shiba Inu coin that was deployed, and they verified it with Etherscan, and so Etherscan took it as, oh, this is that, like, this is gonna be, Shiba Inu deployer. So look, we're gonna get out of that. We're gonna not beat around the bush. Calcium right there at 2.7. Let's see, this is 5.6 mil market cap. Okay, fine. We're gonna take a look at them real quick. I don't know. They hopped off of trending and they've been pretty stagnant now. Their volume has died off a lot. I've seen kind of a downwards wedge here. They're really, hey, damn, this hit exactly where we expected it to hit. Oh my god, that's so perfect. Look at that. Hit right on, guys. Wow. We are fucking on fire, bro. Holy shit. Our lines are like perfect. I mean, we've been really seeing where the support is at, where the resistance is at, and I think Fine is gonna have a hard time. I personally believe that, just because the narrative isn't as strong. The community is pretty strong. Community's pretty strong, but they've been dying off rapidly ever since they stopped trending. I haven't seen them as much. They just got off trending maybe 12, 13 hours ago. So I've been watching Twitter. Haven't seen them really making any noise. We're going to see if they keep it up, though. If not, I'm going to take them off the list. PEPE, 293 mil. Obviously, not as much support right here. I'm thinking, obviously, you have this build up. Let me make some lines on this real quick. I want to make some lines on it. Give you guys a little bit of my of how I'm feeling here. So seeing like some support here, obviously at this trend line. We're just gonna make some lines, and I'm gonna figure it out real quick. Let me just get an idea of what's going on. Okay, so you had this. It was supporting here. This was a good support in the beginning for a while. Obviously it fell through. And you saw a lot of mini supports everywhere, trying to build it back up. Like right here as well. Like slightly underneath it. Broke down even more, so it's pretty bearish at the moment, unfortunately, for PEPE. But obviously we want it to be bullish. But let's see. We'll see. I'm seeing this support right here. Some support right here on this line. It's at a 0.3. So you might see it hit 280 mil, 285 million before we really see some support. But either way, you're really at a nice support right here. You see like 3 buy pressures, three instances of buy pressure right here. 1, 2, and 3. Even a huge buy pressure right here. So you have some people watching. You have some major people watching. So you're staying right in the zone. I think this whole little area is a nice buy point. I mean, you see 3 main supports here. And I'll call that support 1. We'll say this is. I'll just say support. I don't have to label them. We'll just keep laying them out. Support. Bam. Support. You know, it's like this, it's everywhere, you know, it's got support. It's just obviously you had heavy sells, heavy paper hands coming in, so it is kind of tough to build it back up. I mean, you had people who bought really early on PEPE that held all the way through, that are just looking for any type of momentum to sell on, and those guys I think are dying out, obviously, as we start to see this chart not become as much of a downtrend, starting to curve up a little bit. So that's good. You know, I think PEPE is going to see some, we're going to see some good lines soon, some good bullish buy pressure. Now looking at Ethereum, I drew these lines yesterday just as support lines to see where it was at, and it looks good. You know, it does look like we are seeing Ethereum around the 620 630 mark. That's actually where we were expecting it. That's where we were kind of expecting it to be at. I'm seeing this nice support here, so I wouldn't be surprised if it hangs around the support line for maybe a couple more days, and it starts to see a nice uptrend upwards. Like I said, like there's a bunch of support. Like you guys can, it really lays out really nice right here. You guys can see where it kind of makes this bull flag here. It's kind of cool how it looks like in the triangle, but it's very short-lived dips that get ate up quick, like right in here. So I can't even really put a line right here. I have to make it like this. But it's like, because you want to stay where most of the focus is at. That's where you want to put your line at, where majority of the focus is at. Just because it dips short for a short term doesn't mean it's like, oh, that's a line. No, that's just a temporary, but like the real line stays within the thickness of where the trading is going on. So obviously huge dip here, and then okay, you saw a nice little breakout. That's why I'm saying the support's here, because most of the line stays right in here. And I'm sure if I zoom out, there's gonna be another instance of support here somewhere in the past. Let's see. So if I were to like spread this all the way across, yeah, this is like a magnet right now. Like look how much support's there in this level. That's why I'm very bullish on this support. See, it was a nice support when you first hit out of that huge sell-off. Even if you go all the way across again, boom, this is like a magnet. Something about 1630 is just a fucking magnet right now. But it's I'm thinking we're starting to see the bottom here. It's starting to form a bottom, and we're gonna see a nice curvature upward. It might drop a little bit more, it might go up a little bit more, but it's gonna bounce around this area, I think, for at least another week, at least another few days to a week before we start to see some upwards momentum. Now someone told me about Mochi. I did want to take a look at them, and obviously it's on base chain, which is Ethereum, but it's another layer, pretty much like a layer 2, which I'm not an advocate for layer 2s personally. Like, I used Arbitrum when it first came out, and like I made some good money off airdrops, don't get me wrong, but I just don't think personally that layer 2s are going to be the future. You know, it's like a whole nother step for normal people to do. It's like, oh, you gotta buy your Ethereum, then you gotta bridge your Ethereum, oh, then you gotta use the DEX, then you gotta, you know what I mean? Like, that's a whole another added step for people that they just will not take most of the time. So what you have to do is stick to the main Ethereum chain. That is my conclusion. That is my true belief. But looking at the chart right now on Mochi, it does look bullish. It looks like it would be a good buy, in my opinion. So I look at things like obviously where it has dipped. I look at the buy pressure, and the buy pressure looks pretty good. The volume does not look good. $21,000 in volume, with almost $1 million market cap. That doesn't look good to me. But then again, like I said, we are on base chain here where there's not a lot of people. So I don't know really what the base chain norm is. If that's like a normal volume for them, if that's a lot. Like, let me look at what's number one trending right now. Number one trending has 148K volume. So yeah, to someone who's not even trending, to have what's this shit? No one wants to do that. So 148,000 dollars in volume on Toshi, okay, like a #1 trending coin right now on their Dex tool side of base, you know, of course I see something like Mochi. Yeah, I see 21k being normal, if not, you know, a little, you know, pretty good, because it's not trending at all, you know. So I don't know, man. Like, at the end of the day, I can't say anything. I'm not going to invest personally, but if you were to buy on the base chain, you're a big advocate for the base chain, then hey, go for Mochi. You know, looks like a pretty good buy right now. I've seen the community pushing it hard to me. They've been shilling it hard, so I got to give it to them. I checked out the support line right here that went across from before the blow up, the first support here. It obviously dumped hard and went under that support line, but now it's found a nice stable spot at that support as well. So I can show you guys a couple instances where it hit that support, and once again, like, let me see, I'm looking at the 4 hour. Yeah. So here it hit once and twice. So boom, hit right here, got buy, you know, obviously went under, buy pressure came back up, and then once again hit below, buy pressure hit it back up. So I'm thinking that this is a good support line for it, based off of what I saw, and I think you're gonna see some green buy pressure for the base chain on this Mochi. So if you're on base, you're on Mochi, I'd say get some Mochi for you. So back to DORKL, I'm going to do a repeat. I think it's bullish. I think we're going to see some progress here on DORKL. I think we're really going to break out. They just onboarded some people. They onboarded the son of Snoop Dogg. Now, I have a little bit more insider info. This community has invited me to come and speak with them. They've donated tokens to me. They've really, you know, I'm here, right? And I'm also an investor. I also noticed the potential of this, and so I've actually invested as well. That's one thing on DORKL I really like. I've had a lot of support on this with this community. So yeah, of course I come in and I know what's going on. I see what's going on. I'm still from a non-biased standpoint, despite the fact I'm invested. I have money in it. I'm just letting you know exactly what's going on. It's a slow but steady pump here. I'm like right here, I believe was the true bottom that we're going to see for a long time, and then you had this next leg of support, and now we're starting to see a really good consolidation on the third leg here, and with that, I'm seeing that because we are seeing some real support come in. The son of Snoop Dogg himself came in. Meech Wells is supporting. We have some really big whales that have been jumping on board the train as well to help buy up anybody selling. They've been playing it very smart, not buying everything at once, been really just accumulating little bit by little bit. It's been a real interesting process to see. Calcium, I don't know where they're going to go. I think personally that their main source of hype right now is literally the Shiba Inu deployer. That's all they use and say to me. They can't give me anything else other than Shiba Inu. I'm like, okay, and it's not even the original Shiba Inu deployer, so I'm like, it's like the team? Like, I don't know. Like, no one could really explain it to me very well and truthfully. So it's a lot of LARPiness coming from it, but I did see the community stepping up and pushing it, so we'll see. Fine. I don't know. I'm bearish on the meme coin, the meme in general. A lot of people showed this to me, but the community is just, I don't know. We'll see how that plays. That could go anywhere. I personally am bearish on it. When it comes to PEPE, I'm pretty bullish on this. You have a bunch of support right in these levels, and I just don't see it really falling too much more. We're starting to see like it's coming out of this this falling dip here. This dipped pretty hard, obviously, but now we're starting to see some leveling off right here. Ethereum is going to get bullish again, and Mochi's pretty bullish. So that's my wrap up on all these meme coins. Now I want to go over Dead Migos. It's the only NFT project that has been shilled to me that I've been looking at. Just because it's like a kind of a Nakamigos knockoff, but I like it because Beeple himself had been posting it, and of course I'm a big fan of Beeple, you already know. But you know, it's Halloween, it's October, so yeah, this could be more of a seasonal thing. But I have been surprised before that I've seen actual Halloween tokens last throughout the year. Even with my own coin I had, Spooky Shiba, like we made that pump in February, you know. So you know, there's really no telling what can happen in the crypto space. Anything can happen, and I think these are very cheap, and the artwork's pretty good. You know, it's all focused on Halloween time. So hey, and it's kind of funny because Nakamigos, everyone's like, they're dead after they drop the cloaks, and everyone's like, oh, they're fucking dead, and then NFTs are dead, and it's like, it's kind of funny. I like the dead Migos because it's funny. It's something you expect to be dead. It is dead. So hey, we're gonna see what happens, guys. Make sure you guys are following me on Twitter if you aren't already. I'm gonna hop off. You know, please give me a like, please give me a follow. I'll talk to y'all later. Have a great Friday and a great weekend. All right, y'all enjoy yourselves.